Hi, I'm Lucy Stewart. Welcome to the first episode of IPA Update for 2015. The recently released Financial Systems Inquiry discussed the fact that limited recourse borrowing arrangements, known as LRBAs, are used to acquire assets within superannuation funds. The inquiry proposes the banning of LRBAs within these super funds for the following reasons: to prevent the unnecessary build-up of risk in the superannuation system and the financial system more broadly. The inquiry is concerned over the increase in assets acquired via this type of gearing, to lessen the diversification element of superannuation portfolios, and because LRBAs increase risk levels in superannuation funds, as lenders can charge higher interest rates and require personal guarantees from trustees. However, Tony Greco, General Manager Technical Policy here at the IPA, supports more in-depth consideration of this issue. He believes that we need to be convinced that there is abuse of LRBA arrangements for the ban to go ahead. He says that no case has been made, including no evidence presented, that there is a risk to the superannuation system, as posed in the final report. There are also no alternative measures other than outright ban to mitigate some of the concerns raised. Tony says that LRBA arrangements used for residential property are small but rapidly growing. He believes long-term growth in leverage assets can undermine our financial system stability, so it would be more appropriate if it is more regulated with proper advice and the permitted level of leverage to ensure appropriate property investments are made using leverage arrangements, rather than an outright ban on all borrowings. Tony Greco was also recently in the news discussing the fact that both accountants and financial planners are now operating in each other's backyards, especially when it comes to SMSFs. The article, published on professionalplanner.com.au, discusses how increasingly important accounting professional associations, such as the IPA, could become to financial planners, as some of the traditional divisions between planning and accountancy blur. To read the article, please click on the link below this video. The IPA believes that there is too much talk of GST and not enough understanding that taxation reform is a much broader issue. IPA CEO Andrew Conway said in a recent media release that while we do not disagree that there has to be a debate over the GST, which represents one of our efficient indirect taxes, it is not the only tax to be discussed. He said Australia needs major tax reform that considers all aspects of the tax system. Unless this happens, our tax system will be a drag on economic growth rather than supporting it to improve our standard of living. The tax white paper is an ideal opportunity to elevate the public debate about the best taxation system for enhancing our productive capacity. The IPA position is that genuine tax reform is about improving the structure of the tax system to reduce the cost that raising revenue imposes on the economy. In other words, it is as much about how much revenue is raised as it is about how it is raised. Australia's tax mix is heavily weighted towards direct taxes on personal and corporate income. Without changes to the current policy settings, our reliance on income taxes, both personal and corporate, will continue to increase. This is in part due to our personal tax thresholds not being indexed and the GST base not including fast-moving excluded expenditures, such as health and education. Efficient indirect taxes are generally considered more growth-friendly than taxes on labour and business, which act as disincentives to economic growth. The IPA is calling on the government to educate the public around the total tax mix and what it means to drive future productivity and hence the future prosperity of the country. Australia faces interconnected twin challenges, ensuring fiscal sustainability, as outlined in the recent budget update, combined with the need to boost productivity growth to sustain growth in living standards. The public needs to assess whether the complete reform package delivers fair outcomes that are in the national interest. The current debate focusing solely on the GST is not preparing the public for a mature debate on the optimal tax mix. As Andrew Conway has said, people need to be aware of the necessity for the reforms ahead, be forewarned and prepared so we can all enjoy the economic well-being that will be delivered if we get serious about tax reform. All of us here at the IPA are excited about what 2015 has to offer, especially some of the fantastic events occurring around the country in the near future. In March, we have the Victorian Congress on the 12th and 13th at the stunning RSCV Club in Healesville. Known for its food, wine and breathtaking scenery, the Yarra Valley guarantees all guests an indulgent experience. Join us to enjoy the beauty of the Yarra Valley and benefit from the best in professional development at the IPA Victoria Congress. For more information or to register for this event, please click on the link on your screen now. Also in March, we have the New South Wales ACT Fit for the Future conference. Join us on the 19th and 20th of March at the Sydney Harbour Marriott Hotel for this not to be missed 2-day event, which gives you the chance to hear from industry experts, network with your fellow IPA members, gain first-hand knowledge and gain important continuing professional development hours. To register for this event, please click on the link on your screen now. The South Australian Professional Symposium will be held at the Morphettville Racecourse from the 30th of May to the 1st of April 2015. Highlights of this event include presentations by Dr. Michael Shaper, Deputy Chair of the ACCC, Dr. Craig Latham, Deputy Australian Small Business Commissioner, and Rick Carney, Director of Policy for Business South Australia Chamber of Commerce. For more information or to register for this event, please click on the link on your screen now. Now well into its 3rd decade of operation, the IPA's Tasmanian Congress has proved to be a leading learning and networking event for delegates drawn from all states and territories. And this year's event will be held at Country Club Tasmania in Launceston from the 28th to the 31st of May 2015. The Tasmanian Congress draws widespread praise from delegates, presenters, sponsors and partners every year, with speakers drawn from government, education, industry, commerce and public practice, and they have consistently been of the highest quality. For more information on this event or to register, please click on the link below. For more information on any of these events or to see a complete list of upcoming events, please visit www.publicaccountants.org.au/conferences. That's all for this first episode of 2015. Remember to subscribe to the IPA YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button on your screen now, and to stay in touch with the IPA through our website, publicaccountants.org.au, our digital hub, pubact.org.au, Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter with the handle IPA Accountants. See you next month.